Welcome to the 30-Day Twitter Challenge for Teachers with Eric Langhorst, a step-by-step guide to getting started and getting the most out of Twitter. Hi, my name's Eric, and you're in day 24 of Twitter for Teachers, a 30-day program to help teach educators how to use Twitter. So today's topic is finding your EdChat. Yesterday we spent some time talking about what EdChats were in general. Today we're going to help you find specific EdChats that are going to be specific to either your grade level, your content, or just in general your interest. So the first EdChat was just EdChat, hashtag EdChat, and it was very broad, brought in a ton of educators from around the world. They have specialized topics, but it's just a very broad range and audience. So what began to gradually happen after the creation of EdChat is people began to get more specific and more narrow in focus. So for example, there became a social studies chat, there became one on science, there became one on elementary ed. And so over the last several years, there has been the creation of literally thousands of different ed chats talking about very specific things in education and other disciplines as well. It's not just education, but it seems that education has really been the one area where ed chats have really taken off. So we're going to talk today a little bit about finding the ed chat that's going to fit your needs. So for example, as a social studies teacher, the couple of ed chats that I like to follow are hashtag SSChat. That's a social studies chat. But then as an educator in the state of Missouri, I also sometimes participate in MoEdChat. I've also sometimes checked and participated in the hashtag flipped class that talks about flipping the classroom. There's also a middle school chat. So you can be involved in as many chats as you want to, and you can find very specific topics that are going to meet your needs. So if you check out the resources today on the webpage, there's a great article from the New York Times that talks a little bit about how EdChats developed. And from an historical standpoint, it's just kind of neat to see how EdChats really began to grow and meet specific needs. And then we also have several resources that provide access to lists of a whole bunch of different EdChats. So they list the EdChats according to the time and place that they meet, like which day of the week they meet and what time they meet, what hashtag they use, who the moderators are. There's a little description of what they talk about. And a couple of those are not education specific. So I know I looked at one just before filming this, and there's a magic chat, for example. So if you're interested in magic and what magicians talk about, you can specifically go to that hashtag at that particular time. Don't forget you can also follow these hashtags throughout the week. So even if it's not during the live ed chat, there's probably discussions happening throughout the week that are using that same hashtag. So what I'd like you to do today for your task is to go through the various resources we have today on the webpage and find one EdChat that you think would be of benefit to you. So there's literally, again, thousands of these. Find one that you think would benefit you for what you teach, and then go ahead and put that on your schedule. So if they meet on Mondays at 7 p.m., go ahead and set some kind of reminder to kind of help you remember. You can usually go and find archives of the different EdChats, but I would definitely suggest seeing one live because that's really where the benefit of being able to ask questions and participate happens. And it's a little bit easier to understand what happens in the EdChat when you're kind of watching it happen live. So that is your task for this week. You'll find when you kind of search the hashtag and follow it, if you're just using the Twitter app, sometimes it gets really crazy and hectic. So tomorrow, on day 25, we're going to talk about a third-party application called TweetDeck, which is an application that a lot of educators use when participating in EdChats. And it helps you kind of organize columns, and it kind of helps you just, in order, keep some kind of organization as you're participating in EdChats. So today, just kind of focus on one, put it on your schedule, and then tomorrow we'll give you a tool that will make it a little bit easier to manage. So thanks for watching today, and we'll see you tomorrow on day 25. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Please check out the entire collection of tips to help teachers use Twitter at twitterforteachers.com.